This video is going to give you a tour and a detailed explanation of the setup that I'm using for my 2 hours of live virtual teaching in the classroom. So for kindergarten in our district, we're doing 2 to 2.5 hours of live teaching from the classroom or from home. We have a choice. I chose to do it from the classroom. So I want to walk you through the setup, show you the platforms that we're using, and give you kind of a detailed explanation of how this works. The first thing I will say is the live lessons are recorded, and I'm recording them with my phone. So you see the tripod here. So when I'm doing my live lessons, I just record them with my phone. Those recordings are then shared with the families in case they couldn't be there for the live, or if they have to leave early, if they missed part of it, or if they want to go back and rewatch it, they'll have access to that. So I'm simply recording the live lessons with my phone. So let's walk over and I'll show you my setup. So you can see we've got our Smartboard, we've got our easel and our writing chart, and then this is the work area. So you can see I have 2 laptops. One is the school laptop, one is my personal laptop. So let's start with the personal laptop. So the personal laptop is being used only for the live Teams meetings. And so for our live teaching, we are using Microsoft Teams. So that's what is pulled up on my laptop. So again, I'll say that again. For the live lessons, for our live teaching every day, we're using Microsoft Teams as our live platform. We are not using Microsoft Teams for any of the educational features or any of that. We're just using Microsoft Teams as our live platform. So that's our live streaming, that's it. So this laptop, which is my personal laptop that I'm using, is only being used for live streaming with Microsoft Teams. There were lots of you had questions about the view that the kids would see. And so I have it pulled up. I'm not doing a live meeting. So this would normally be full screen, but this could give you kind of the idea of the view that the kids have. So, you know, they might see me. The laptop stand is on Amazon. What I liked about it is that it can raise and it rotates. So it's easy to move. So if I want the kids to see the writing chart, I can very easily adjust it, and then they can look at our writing chart. If I want them to look at the Smartboard, again, they can very easily see the Smartboard. If it's me, you know, I can adjust it, I can get close, I can be animated, I can move and dance. So that's kind of the view that the kids have. So basically their view is me, the Smartboard, the writing chart. And again, because this laptop stand swivels, it's easy to move and adjust that view so that they can see whatever I want them to see. All right. So that is Microsoft Teams is our live platform. That's what this computer is for. So this is my personal laptop. It's on this laptop stand, which we have links for on our website. So this is only for live streaming. That's all I'm using this laptop for. Again, we're streaming for 2 to 2.5 hours on Microsoft Teams. All right. So then the next thing we have is school computer and a document camera. So we're not doing a lot of screen sharing right now because it's really glitchy with Teams. Sometimes Teams will freeze if you screen share. So right now we're really using the Smartboard. And so that's the Smartboard. Here's a Smartboard behind me, is hooked up to this laptop, which is my school laptop. The document camera is hooked up to the laptop. And so when I use the document camera, it shows up on the Smartboard, all right? And so remember, I can adjust the view on Microsoft Teams so they can see the Smartboard. This has all worked great. We've done 2 days of live teaching and it's worked phenomenally well. They can see the chart, they can see the Smartboard, so it works well. So really, this computer is what the kids are able to we're using for the kids to see the content. So whether they were using the document camera, if we were to do a video, they would watch the video on the Smartboard, just like we do in our classroom when we're in person. So we're not doing any screen sharing right now because Microsoft Teams tends to freeze up when we do screen sharing. So we're using this laptop, this document camera, those are connected to the Smartboard. And so videos, document camera, all displays on the Smartboard, which the kids can see on our Microsoft Teams, all right? So on this laptop, we have our playlist for our music. So we've got our Good Morning playlist. So this would be our arrival playlist. So this is what's playing as our meeting gets started, as our day gets started together. Super easy. I'm using iTunes, so I can just, hit shuffle. It's hooked up to the speakers, which they can then hear because we're live, right? So they're able to hear that music through Microsoft Teams. So we've got that. And then we also have our learning songs. All right, so that's how we do our music. One thing that I've learned, and this is even true in person, is I always have the document camera open and ready to go, and I just minimize that. And so it's an easy click of a button, so I can always get to it. I don't have to click it and wait for it to open. So it's always open and ready to go. So that's what it looks like on my laptop. Here's what it looks like on the Smartboard behind me. Here's what it looks like on Microsoft Teams. Now remember, in a meeting, if we were live, this would be full screen. So it's nice and big and clear for the kids. And so they can easily see what's happening under the document camera. So that works really, really well. All right. And then let's say, okay, so we're done with that. So I don't close it, I just keep it minimized. So that's really the setup. So let me kind of walk you through it again. The tripod is for my phone. I'm using my iPhone to record our daily live lessons. Those recordings are then shared with the families in case they miss the live class. This is my personal laptop, which is being used for Microsoft Teams, which is our live streaming platform. So every day we have a Microsoft Teams meeting. All the kids are on. This is kind of the view that they see, right? So they can kind of see me, they see the writing chart, they see our Smartboard. And so that's our live streaming platform only. It's on a stand, which we have links to on our website. So I'm able to easily rotate this so we can change what we're looking at, change our focus. Then we have our school laptop, which is hooked up to our document camera. It's also hooked up to our Smartboard. So anything I want the kids to see is done through this laptop. So we can project videos, we can play music, we can show our document camera. So there's our document camera. And then again, it's all showing on the Smartboard behind me. All right, so I hope this helps. So let me back up a little bit so you can kind of get a view of the whole setup. So really what we have going on, to summarize, is laptop for streaming Microsoft Teams for the live feed. Then we have a laptop that's used for displaying content, and it's connected to the document camera and the Smartboard. So anything that I want the kids to see happens on this computer. So document camera, videos, music, all comes from this computer. So this is kind of the content. This is the live streaming on Microsoft Teams. So I hope this helps. I hope this gives you an explanation of the setup that we're using, how it works, kind of how we're using each piece, what's connected to what. And then if you have questions, of course, we're happy to answer those. But we also have several blog posts about the setup, about the virtual learning and stuff like that. So there you go. Thanks, guys.